Hey guys, welcome back to the Rabbitat Homestead. My name's Ashley. So I just wanted to give you an update on what I have going on with my rabbits. I have 3 does and they're all at different stages. So I just thought I'd give you a little update. Lucky's doing really well. She just had her first litter and her kits are 3 weeks old now. So I'll let you take a look at them. And Thumper is due next weekend. So we'll go over what she needs in the upcoming week. And then I have a brand new doe, and she is going to be 16 weeks this week. So I want to start trying to breed her and see how that goes. And hopefully, if all goes well, I can use her in my upcoming rabbit series. So let's go give the rabbits some hay and I'll show you what I have going on. Lucky. Hey, baby. Alright, let's give you plenty of Timothy hay. So Lucky's kits are 3 weeks old today, and they are feisty, let me tell you. They are probably the noisiest kits that we've had so far since we've been raising rabbits. Just last week, every time we go to grab one, they would screech and cry. But because we've been handling so much, especially since they're at their cutest age right now, they've gotten used to us and they've stopped doing that. Now, of course, they wiggle around a lot, so we just hold them close, and usually they won't after a few minutes. But these are 3-week-old rabbits. You can tell they have some Rex in them because their mom, of course, is, you know, half Rex, half Silverfox, but their dad's a full Silverfox. So these are mostly Silverfox, but you can tell that they still have a little bit of Rex in them with their white paws. But they're very adorable at this age. 3 weeks old. And this past week they just started venturing out of the nest box. So we've been seeing them out and about, and eventually we'll start seeing tiny little rabbit pellets, and that's usually how you tell that they've started eating rabbit food and hay. Now, I bred Lucky at 5 months old, about 20 weeks, hoping that she would have a decent sized litter, but she only had 6, and we lost 1 shortly after she kindled. Usually the sooner you breed, the more likely you are to get larger kits from the doe's first breeding cycle, and 16 weeks is when we start breeding. I usually don't like to breed my does late June through July because we usually experience a heat wave during that time. But because Lucky turned 16 to 20 weeks during this time, I had to breed her as soon as possible. So that made me nervous. Like I said, I don't like doing that, but she did really well. We made sure that she had plenty of water, and we just kept an eye on her. And she had a successful litter, successful pregnancy, so she did really well. So at this age, some people take the box away. I don't. I just make sure that the box stays very dry and clean. The last time that I cleaned out their box was at 10 weeks. And I come out here all the time and I just make sure that it's not damp underneath the shavings. But at this age, they're venturing out, so they're not soiling the box as much. And they really enjoy being inside in that box. And of course, their mom likes to lay right in front of it and keep an eye on them. She's been a really good doe so far. So that litter is doing really well. Now let's go check on Thumper because she is due for her nest box this week. Now this is Thumper. She's our oldest doe, and I bred her the last week of July because it starts to cool down for us in August, and we've already started to experience cooler days, which has been really nice. She is due to get her nest box this week, and she is due to kindle next weekend. She usually has fairly large litters, about 9 to 10 kits per litter, which is great. So she has a decent litter size, and we actually didn't even start breeding her until she was 6 months old. Silverfox kind of tend to breed a bit later, but she's been a really great doe. Now this is Precious, and she's going to be 16 weeks old this week, so we will be breeding her probably the same day that we give Thumper her nesting box. Hopefully, if everything goes well, she's the doe that I'm going to use to do my upcoming Meat Rabbit series. So hopefully she'll have a bigger litter size than Lucky, but we will see. She's a very good doe. She's very easy to handle, and she's a lot of fun to watch. And we have a new buck that we kept from one of our previous litters. He's about 13 weeks old. He's pretty young. We just processed the litter that he was from last weekend. But he has a really great personality, and he doesn't run from me most of the time when I open up the hutch to feed him. So I think he's going to be a great buck. And you only really need one buck, which we have our black Silverfox Earl, and he's been a great buck. But he's going to be 2 years old this coming winter. And I really just want to have kind of a backup buck in case anything were to happen to him. And of course, he's a full Silverfox buck. And we kept a blue one because we already have a black one. So to change up the colors a little bit, we thought we would keep a blue. Very easy to handle. He doesn't kick. I mean, he does sometimes, but not a whole lot. He's a good boy. Yes. So, so easy to handle. So my goal is to become as self-sufficient as possible and grow our own food for two reasons. One, so we don't have to rely on anybody else, and two, so we know where our food's coming from, so we can stay away from GMOs and pesticides and stuff like that. So I went ahead and I bought some cover crop that I want to plant for the upcoming year. That way we can try to at least start the process of providing our own feed for our rabbits, and we don't have to rely so much on farm stores to get our feed. Right now we get our feed from Tractor Supply, and we just buy our Timothy hay in a big bundle, and it's over $20 for that, so it's kind of expensive. And our rabbits, that's what they mostly eat. And then we also buy bags of rabbit feed as well, and they eat the rabbit feed too. So, but they always have Timothy hay in their hutch with them. Now, I bought 3 different cover crops. I bought perennial ryegrass. So all of this seed should come back next year. And then I bought some Timothy grass seed, which is what my rabbits mostly eat. And then my rabbits love red clover, and I do have some red clover just growing wild in my yard. But I wanted to have some more of it, so I could harvest more of it for my rabbits. So I went ahead and bought some of that as well. And this is just kind of like a beady type seed. So I will be planting this and growing this for my rabbits. And then I also bought a few packs of lettuce. I'm going to try to grow some lettuce in my greenhouse this winter and see how it goes. They do like the cooler weather to grow in, as long as it's obviously not freezing for them, which in the house it won't be. But I'm going to put it in the greenhouse, and it will be cooler in that area. So hopefully I can get some lettuce growing for them this winter so they can have some fresh greens. They'll really enjoy that. The winters are long here, so I'll try to give them as much fresh stuff as I can in the greenhouse to kind of help with the long winters. Well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I have going on in the little update. I know I've been doing a lot of rabbit updates, but you seem to really enjoy them, so I'll keep putting out videos and just kind of showing you what I have going on with my rabbits. There's always stuff going on. My does are always breeding at different times, so I have to keep track of what's going on with my rabbits constantly, but it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And like I said, I will be having a rabbit series coming out very shortly, so keep an eye out for that. But until next time, I'll see you in the next video, and God bless.